All right, guys. Hey, we're back here at EDC 2025. Let me move around here so you can see Kat a little bit better. So, we just took a little field trip to the porta potties. Honestly, they were super clean. Shout out to the sanitation team. They were wiping them down as we came in, so nonstop. So,
very important aspect of a festival.
So, for you guys that maybe aren't from Orlando, EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, is a huge festival. They do it on the East Coast in Orlando every year, and then they do it on the West Coast in Vegas. And this is like crazy party every year. And
like rave music, techno.
Yeah, it's all techno. But so they come in through here, they just bust them in nonstop, probably like 50, 60,000. But crazy thing is, man, I want to know. Walk with me, Kat. We're walking in as yeah, there you go. We're walking in. What I want to know is, so we got hooked up. Look at this. We came in a little late, and we are up there. You see that, Kat? Why don't you be my model over there? Our tent is right there. Okay, the entrance is this way. We're walking in with you. We're literally, so the entrance. What I want to know is, how in the world do these smoke shops, mobile smoke shops, get in right behind here? Look at this. They're all lined up. We're a little bit of ways over there. We're behind that truck, that bus stop. You can kind of see it around the corner. You see our tent right there. Okay. What I want to know is, how do we get where these guys are? Look, and so we're walking and talking. So, Kat, how you feel? We're gonna walk up to this festival so you guys can see a little bit about this. So, Kat, tell me a little bit. You've been out here a couple years before.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, the weather is awesome. So there are a ton of people. I have no idea. Didn't know like the specs for this year, like what they were forecasting as far as number of folks. But also next week in Orlando, there's another really big fest. It's going to draw a different demographic. So I think this is like the perfect time, like right before Christmas, to go out, not be a weirdo, but be Jesus. You know, right here at the beginning of the holiday season. We come right off of Halloween. We're going right into the next, like, big holiday stretch. So, I don't know. I think this is what Jesus would be doing, you know?
And guys, we have to go engage culture where they're at, right? So, we need to go out there and be where the people are. We need to go fish where the fish are, right?
And if you notice, like, the culture that is drawn to, you know, EDM style music, rave style music, it is a younger demographic for sure. So it's making me feel very, very old. But, you know, you're seeing a lot of costumes, which I love. Like, I brought my hat, but it is too hot to be wearing my hat. I may still go back and get my hat.
I don't know about you, but I have seen a lot, actually, a lot of grandmas in lingerie, like, acting out. I'm not kidding you. I know, as we saw Mrs. Claus. I'm not kidding you. So, but honestly though, this reminds me of growing up in Miami in South Beach, working for a club promoter, looking for that next high, right? Looking for that next. I was 14, and my job was to get young girls to go to overage clubs. It was awful. This was before Jesus. That's right. But what I want you to know is that every time, it was like a fake high. It was like a synthetic joy. That's why we're really big on the stickers. Back then, we used to pass out stickers and flyers, and the next day you would crash. It was like almost like a giant sugar crash, right?
They probably cannot hear us right now because the bass is like.
They can with the bass.
But we're literally like a block away from main stage. You can see. Look at the pyro.
So.
I've been working all week to get these rigs set up.
And to finish.
There's like how many stages? 3 stages.
3 giant stages. This is actually the small stage right here. The medium stage, and then the big stage is if we hang a right.
So George, I need to ask you, like, what is the draw of EDM music, because when you talk about like, you know, dance, what is the draw for this demographic? It's a culture, it's the whole party experience, but break down for those that have never been to the EDC.
It is like a modern free love, right? And so Miami was big raves. Part of it is kind of like, hey, this is real, you know, it's kind of like, hey, we're just kind of like roll up and throw up a rave, right? Like back in the day, rave culture was in Miami, Miami, California, New York, abandoned warehouses. They'd rent it for a weekend, throw a rager, right? And just like a rave and just like boom, just pop up, right? And it's really like being accepted and trying to find like that next big party.
Yeah.
And I call it synthetic joy, because it's like this synthetic, fake joy that at the end of it, you just crash, like I was saying earlier. And honestly, it wasn't until I found Jesus that I met real joy, because I was honestly in a miserable point. I had already left Miami, gone to Gainesville, worked for a promoter up there while going to school, and I was miserable every weekend after the party. Every Monday I was like, whoa, every Sunday morning after the big party, right?
I couldn't remember where you were.
Oh, I remember. And so, you know, that's why being here, loving on these guys, passing out stickers. They're going to be finding those stickers in their pockets, in their book bags, you know, and they're going to be like, whoa, and they're going to hit that QR code and they're going to see what real joy is, right?
Which are a lot of our films that have been posted on Amazon Prime that we normally charge for, but they are free through that QR code. They're also on Roku, and it's Your Story Is Not Done film series, which if you guys haven't checked those out, so sorry. So there's stories of hope from some of our friends throughout the years that have come out of incredible lows and stories of addiction. So we've got friends who were in the band Journey, a friend who is in the band Korn. So there's all these diverse stories, and everybody can relate to something in that series, but through that QR code, it's free.
And we're gonna have to hurry up here. We don't want to get copyrighted with the music over here. But Kat, what are some final words? We don't want to get caught with a copyright because of the music over here, but
I think, you know, we're meant to glow in the dark, right? And just smile, like with the love of Jesus.
Amen.
Not be a weirdo.
I love it, Kat. Let's glow in the dark.